So you're actually watching the second take of this because I misspoke in the first one. We don't really talk a lot about Shimano's Di2 shifting system, but today we are. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another mysterious, suspenseful, edge of your seat episode of Toolbox Topic. Did I oversell that one?
I think it was on point.
On point? Okay.
On point.
All right. Once again, we're coming to you from Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona, because it's where the cool kids hang out, and me. And once again, I'm joined with my co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
Oh, hey, Thomas.
Yay! Now, some of you might be asking, is that the same cup of coffee we saw in the last two episodes? And I would say yes. You want to know why? Because we record multiple episodes at the same time to make our lives easier.
We don't wear the same thing every day.
No. No, and oddly enough, like I might have multiple shirts that are exactly the same to just make it easier on myself. I do wear clean clothes every day, so just want to get that out of the way. So, as I've said in the intro, we talk a lot about the SRAM wireless system, the Access wireless system. It's what I have on my bikes. I absolutely love it, but we've never gone into, we've mentioned, but we've never gone in depth on Shimano's Di2 shifting system.
Yeah.
But today we're going to. So we're going to discuss and have like an overview and everything, some pros and cons, and though, you just told me this morning, and it goes along with the article I read, Shimano actually now has a full wireless system. Dura-Ace 12-speed too.
Shimano. I don't know how long we're going to be waiting. It might be a year or so out still, but very excited about wireless Shimano.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it compares to the SRAM Access, and you better believe at some point we will do a comparison. So, but enough about SRAM. This is Shimano's moment in the sun. And I will say Shimano is a great group. It's what I started riding with. And I didn't actually start riding SRAM until I bought Jenny, the 920, and I've had no issues with it. I will say, though, as far as the mechanical shifting, Shimano is more precise, just that snap accuracy, and you and I have had that conversation many times.
I think it's a little bit more refined. It's not that that race car type of gear shifting that SRAM has. SRAM is definitely a very high performance kit, but I always feel like Shimano's always been just a slightly more refined in how they shift.
I would agree with that statement. So, Brandon, take it away. I don't have a whole lot to add because I don't know a whole lot about the Di2 shifting.
This is Mike's bike. Mike's bike. And because we say that all the time.
Right.
But what we have here is a combination. We have the Di2. This is Dura-Ace combination with Ultegra Grupa right here. And the difference between Di2 and the SRAM Access is two big things. One, we're still using what we call E-tubes on this one.
Okay.
So they are hardwired from the shifter to each component.
Okay.
So as you mentioned, that's going away, which is awesome. We won't have to run those E-tubes through anymore, measure them out, figure out how much we need to do the install. But it is a very reliable system. The difference also is we have multiple buttons. We have 4 buttons as opposed to SRAM where they just use 2.
Okay.
Just those 2 big paddles operate everything. Right to go to your higher gear, left to go to your lower gears, and then both of them to do your front. A little more conservative, a little more traditional with the Di2 system. Left still controls your front, right still controls your back, with a very similar configuration as our mechanical system.
The left controls my front too, Brandon. You want to see?
Yeah. Yeah.
Speechless once again, guys. All right, continue. The buttons.
And so, yeah, the buttons are more traditional. It's just like their mechanical system, only though instead of a full mechanical pull, we just have these little
buttons,
little electrical buttons instead.
Okay.
So it's a little more what we're used to. A little bit of a learning curve, I feel like, going to the SRAM stuff if you go test ride one, but it's still also very, very basic.
Now, one of the things I enjoy about the SRAM system is you have the companion app and you can customize those shifters to your liking. Does Shimano offer that same flexibility and customization?
There's a ton of customization you can do. any one of these 4 buttons can do whatever you want.
Okay.
You can have one button do everything if you want. I mean, well, I don't know if that's true, but
Right.
it's very customizable. Customizable.
We still got that $20 bet, guys. We haven't had a chance to look up that ludicrous word. What was that word again? Brandon?
Phraseology.
Yeah. It's like Boondock Saints all over again, dude.
Now these guys have a battery hit. This one, I don't know where Mike carries his battery. It could potentially be in the seat tube.
Okay.
It could potentially be in this particular one, in this compartment right here in the frame. But unlike SRAM has a little battery that goes in each component.
Right.
We still have a centralized battery for Shimano, and I'm not sure how they're going to do that with the wireless stuff yet. I don't know if everyone has their own battery, so that'll be interesting to find out how they're planning on doing that.
Right.
But
now the article I read was a very complete article because they'd also released new power meters for the cranks. I read an article about that, and then I watched a video as far as a review video, and they're using a battery similar to the Di2 shifter, but half the size. That's actually located in the crankset and everything like that. So again, accompanied with that new Dura-Ace group.
that's great.
They're really the Grape Ape. They're really making efforts. I know sometimes we get down on companies, whether it be Shimano or even SRAM, Trek, Canyon, Sony, Apple, take your pick, Samsung. But those leaps in technology and advancement, dude, they take time. You know, you might be able to figure out everything you want to do, but the technology is not quite there yet to get it to do what you want to do. So Shimano's definitely taking their time on the wireless stuff, so it's good to see that they've made the announcement and they're ready to move forward.
It was also mentioned it's going to be 12-speed as well.
Yeah, 12
Awesome.
speed instead of 11 speed, which is a big deal. Yep, finally. So that's going to be great. And I think it's also going to now drive SRAM to continue their innovation, because now they do have a competitor. Yeah,
Yep,
a competitor in the wireless bracket. So now what would you say are some of the disadvantages of the Di2? Because not everything's perfect. So from a professional standpoint, from an objective standpoint, what would you say are some of the disadvantages of the Di2 system? Or cons? Let's not say disadvantages, but the cons.
I feel like I like it better than SRAM personally.
Okay.
I do feel like they've been behind the times. When SRAM came out with their wireless, I felt like Shimano's got to do this soon, and I think it's taken a little bit longer than I would have liked to see. But I know that also Shimano is very particular. They do not release something unless it's
ready.
Unless it's ready.
Yeah.
So they take their time. We've waited for Shimano products in the past because they do not pre-release
They certainly
release
have.
things before it's time.
Unlike Apple, that likes to release their shit and just we all become beta testers. We know how that one goes. Shimano's definitely not that person. So
even though maybe it's not a con, it is now what I consider maybe antiquated, having cables running these things. That's the only thing. But I've had Di2 systems for years now, and they've been absolutely flawless.
Okay.
I've been very, very happy with them.
now, as far as group,
and here's another one thing.
go ahead.
They're freaking expensive.
Oh, I'm sure. I saw the one for the Dura-Ace. It was $1,400.
Yeah, they're super expensive.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it's in line with the access stuff for sure.
Just like everything.
Yeah.
If you want to be on the cutting edge of technology these days, you're going to pay more than you ever did.
Yep.
However, on the flip side of that, if you're more on the entry level side of things, you're going to get more than you ever had.
Right. Well, that was like the Access GX line that I got for Betty.
Yeah.
That was a huge thing for SRAM to do because now they brought wireless shifting technology to the masses.
Yep, the trickle-down
at a
technology
price
is
point.
rolling downhill super fast.
Yep,
so.
absolutely. So it's a win-win for everybody. And sure, there's going to be early adopters who have that money to spend on the Dura-Ace group or the Ultegra group. And now my question was, do they offer that in a 105 group, or is it just exclusive to Ultegra and Dura-Ace?
As far as I know right now, it is just Ultegra and Dura-Ace.
Okay. And that doesn't necessarily surprise me, but I'm sure at some point they will offer it, just like there was the XOO Eagle, the XO1 Eagle, and now the GX line. I'm sure we'll see that trickle down.
And maybe
even in the GXR.
Speculation, maybe what happens is they make a 105 group, but it's still E-tubed. But it brings it down to a lower price point.
I would like to see them bring it to their gravel line, that GXR.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
That
as
would be
well.
great. So a lot of innovations going into 2022 for sure. Here being at the end of 2021, which we're going to talk about that in one of our episodes towards the end of the year. What we've seen this year in 2021, our hopes for 2022. Are you listening, Trek? A friggin' e-gravel bike would be great, guys. Everybody in there, even Walmart sells an e-gravel bike. Are you kidding me? No, I digress. That was horrible. Don't hate me, Trek. As Brandon looks away. And we should start with a disclaimer. The views represented in this video are not necessarily those of Brandon Van Leuven and Trek Bicycle Store West Phoenix.
Thank you.
Yeah. So no, but I am really excited about it too. And not necessarily that I'm going to switch to the wireless Di2, but the fact that it's going to continue to drive innovation that everybody's going to be able to benefit from.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
At the end of the day.
It's
Now this
exciting.
is a beautiful bike. This is Domane, correct?
Yes.
And was this one of the Check One paint jobs?
This is one of their quick turn Project One paint jobs.
Project One,
Yep.
there you go. Okay. This is actually really nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
it changes colors as you move around it. It'll change from purple to green to red.
Yeah.
Really
So, if you were ever into the mini truck or little rice burner custom Honda thing, when the chameleon paint came out
kinda like
in
that.
the
I
mid
know.
90s from PPG, you saw that on everything. And it was either laid out very nicely like it is on this Trek bike, or it looked like a steaming pile of dog shit. So, but everything old is new once again. But this does look very good. I'm sure in the sunlight it looks absolutely amazing. You got some
It's mesmerizing.
brushed metal as far as the sticker goes and everything like that. So just goes to show that in anything that you love, dude, there's always an ability to customize as far as and make it your own. So I do like
Certainly.
that about Trek. They do have the Project One, and you can pretty much do whatever you want with that. So awesome. Well, there's going to be exciting things around the corner for you Shimano fans for sure. Now, if you'd like to see another episode where we dive deep into the Di2. Now, even though Brandon and I agree at some point this will be antiquated technology, but if you'd like to see a deep dive into the system, the workings, maybe how you guys have to do the install, considering we already did a access install, maybe we could do something like that. Let us know down in the comments below. We'd be happy to accommodate you, because we're also running short on material, guys. So it's one of those things. You got to keep it interesting. So, man, on that note, Brandon, that was really good. Now, as always, if you guys have any questions about what you've seen in today's episode, you're more than welcome to leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer. Or you can follow the link down below for Check Bicycle Store West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona. Give Brandon a call, or Doug, or Mike, or Kale, or Wyatt, or any of the guys here. They'd love to answer your questions and get you into the right bike or the right group set that's going to meet your needs. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the bell notification icon for a couple of reasons. One, it helps out the channel immensely. And two, whenever we post a new video, you'll be one of the first people to know about it. And then, maybe you can be part of the Cool Kid Club. I'm still not there yet. I try. I give these guys gifts and buy them food and everything. They still won't let me in. So I'm still a scrub as far as that goes. So no, but seriously, guys, it does help out the channel, and we love your support, especially you guys that have been here from the beginning. We can't thank you enough. And man, on that note, Brandon, I don't think there's anything else to add. I think we're good. So guys, what do we always say? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards out on that trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get out, Arizona.
Yeah, we'll see you on that next adventure. Take care, guys. Brandon,
Cool, man. We'll see you next time.
thank you as always. Yep.